Yeah, I'm still hungry for more success and more victories, more belts. So I still feel like the underdog, and in my mind, I'm going out there to, yeah, still same mentality and still the same old dog and make it a dog fight.
22nd of February, it's going to be big. Make sure you tune in. I'm actually going to come out to Saudi and watch the fight between Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois.
We know that Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker first faced off in the ring back in March 2018 when they fought for the WBO World Heavyweight Championship. Joshua won the fight by a unanimous decision. Joshua has made his final prediction regarding
what is the next big Joseph Parker sketch? You know, what is the next big movie that you've got planned for us? I wonder, you know, you and Andy Lee and the guys there, it's strictly business, but is there anything in the locker? Have we got a social media post? Have we got anything that you can reveal to us, or is it all coming after the fight?
It's all going to come after the fight, but what would be nice? It'd be nice if people gave us suggestions on what we can do, and then that'll open up the ideas. You know, open up the ideas of what we should and what they want to see.
The upcoming fight between Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker, but he is not impressed with his former opponent's commitment before the fight. Victory added another WBA and IBF title to his collection. Fast forward to last September, when Joshua faced Dubois in a high-stakes bout to win a third heavyweight championship.
I know that Daniel Dubois is high in confidence, and he should be with the performances he put on, but I've been working very, very hard quietly in New Zealand. I went to Ireland and trained, and now I'm here in Saudi Arabia, and I've been waiting for this opportunity, I've been waiting for this chance, and been waiting for a big fight. So this is my time now to go out there and show everyone what I've been doing while I've been waiting for a fight, and it's my chance to be two-time world champion. So I'm taking with both hands. I'm very excited for this opportunity, and I know Daniel Dubois is going to come ready, but
The bout was dramatic, with DUIs getting off to an explosive start by knocking Joshua down in the first round, despite Joshua's tenacity. Given his history with both fighters, Joshua suffered his fourth career loss after being knocked out in the fifth round after being on the canvas 3 more times for DUIs. Given his own experiences in the ring with both guys,
Do you believe that fundamentally that you're a better boxer than him?
I do believe I'm a better boxer, but he has shown grit, he's shown toughness, he's shown he does the basics very well. But I do believe that my boxing IQ and toughness as well, and I got a good chin that shouldn't be tested, or hopefully not tested with Dubois landing good shots, but it'll be tested come February 22, because with Zhang and Wilder, they were good fights, but Dubois throws way more punches, he comes forward, a lot more pressure, and he throws punches and bunches, so we're prepared for that version of what he's going to do.
Joshua's prediction of a Parker victory may indicate a change in his perception of Dubois' style. Additionally, Parker has been very positive about the challenge that lies ahead. He sees his upcoming fight with Dubois as a significant chance to not only regain a world title, but also to demonstrate his skill and heart as a heavyweight contender. Parker has trained hard for the fight.
He is. I mean, he's a top-class operator in all aspects, both in the ring and outside of the ring. And so you find yourself in a situation when you listen to Joseph Parker that there's not a lot of trash talking that goes on. He can have a go, and you know he did the other day in the face-off when they had a little bit back and forward with Daniel Dubois with Adi Oladipo on his own. But most of the time you get sensible conversation about him. He's very respectful. He's also a very good fighter. I just think that Daniel Dubois is going to be a step too far for him. I don't think it's a formality, but I do think that Daniel will win, and I do think that he'll stop.
And believes that his intelligence and boxing savvy will be the key to victory. He expects Dubois to put on a strong, gritty performance, recalling the times in recent matches when Dubois showed resolve and in power. Nevertheless, Parker is confident that his experience and strategic approach will be sufficient to defeat DUIs throughout the fight.
I think if you need to be honest about it, you know, listen, Joe's a really good friend of mine, but if I want to be impartial and I want to pass comment on things and I want to, you know, I need to be honest about it. It is a 50-50 fight. I think you look at both guys' momentum, you know, like you just said, Dubois has been unbelievable in his last 3 fights, 3 big wins. You look at Joe, his last 2 fights, especially Wilder and Zhang, 2 unbelievable wins, 2 great performances. I think if you look at both fighters, they're both pretty opposing characters, pretty polar opposite really in their personality, the way they go about things, their journey so far.
The New Zealander has also expressed his goals beyond the February 22nd showdown. Parker sees this fight as a step toward his ultimate goal of becoming an undisputed heavyweight. If he defeats Dubois, he hopes to face Alexander Usyk for the coveted undisputed title in the future. In addition to this goal, Parker wants to exact revenge for the losses he has suffered throughout his career.
You know what, I talked about it earlier, only this month. I think a Joseph Parker fight, he's bigger than Parker, naturally bigger. He punches hard on him, but Parker's on a couple of decent wins. Yeah, beat Zhang, he beat Deontay Wilder. They're good wins, in good form. Do you know what I mean? He's looking like he's really getting his second win in his career. So if Dubois can beat Joseph Parker after the wipeout job against AJ, he really has established himself as a bona fide world champion.
Yeah.
So, and it's a fight that will be good, because you never know, because Parker's got all that, he's got bags of experience.
Yeah.
And he's boxing and moving well, he's super fit for 12 rounds, and he can punch a little bit as well, and he's tough.
Yeah.
So I think that's a tough fight for both guys.
Including defeats to heavyweight, contenders Dillian White and Joshua. His attention is still on the current task at hand, but he is already thinking about what might happen to him in the sport if he succeeds. Successful. What's the next great thing? You know what your next major film is planning for us. Joseph Parker sketch?
You know, gee, that's a good question. You know, it's probably, you're looking at a multi-layered fighter when it comes to Parker. I think you're going to have to, Dubois is going to have to show us something that we may not have seen in him. We know he's got this reputation as an explosive, bulky type of fighter who can create highlight reel knockouts, but I think he's going to have to show some of the IQ, if there is any, there, and that's going to expose whether there is any or not. And if he's able to beat Parker because he's going to have to show this IQ in this fight, then we're going to be able to check off another one of the boxes in terms of how we rate Dubois and say, okay, he's even higher and even better level than we've given him credit so far. You know, it's another one of those check marks that you can say, okay, he's got this too. You know what I'm saying? Right now, as far as a high IQ fighter he faced, it was...
I wonder if you and Andy Lee and the other people are just focused on their business, but is there anything in the locker, a social media post, or anything else that could give us a clue? Or is everything going to be revealed after the fight? If so, what would be nice? It would be great if people offered us advice and ideas for what we could do, as it would, you know, open up the notions of what they want to see and what we should do.
Joseph Parker, Daniel Dubois aside, is the most informed heavyweight in the world.
Yeah, both of them in great form, to be fair, yeah.
If anything, I think actually Joseph Parker is in better form than Daniel Dubois, because that spree of fights of Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang.
Yeah, great.
Let's just look at it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's absolutely ridiculous, because Zhilei Zhang was undefeated, in my opinion, until he faced Joseph Parker.
He's becoming a bit of a giant killer, Joseph Parker, really, isn't he?
He really has. And I've got to give
Daniel Dubois next on the list for him? Yeah.
It's a potential, potentially. I just got to give him massive.
Parker's personal trainer. Another important component of his preparation for the fight is Andy Lee. Lee's standing as a strategic Parker's success has been greatly influenced by Mastermind, and the New Zealander is sure that the strategy his trainer comes up with will result in victory. Parker has praised Lee's abilities to dismantle opponents and create plans that capitalize on Parker's advantages.
What do you think that Parker can do to take advantage, perhaps maybe of Dubois' overconfidence coming into this fight? What do you think that he could do to mentally prepare so he could take that win?
Well, I don't think he's overconfident, man. All this press conference, all this, this is his talk. This is for you guys. You know, they're fighters. They're world champions. You know what I mean? They know what they're doing. Don't let these words fool you. You know, they win world titles for a reason, and Parker's been there too. You know, I feel like this fight we're going to be the best. We're going to see the best version of both of them. So it's exciting.
Parker's development as a boxer has been greatly aided by this relationship, and he's excited to implement their plans against Dubois. Here are the experts' thoughts on the highly anticipated heavyweight clash. Fabio Wardley shared his thoughts on the fight and the fighters involved. Wardley praised Parker's skills and the confidence he has gained, particularly with Lee in his corner.
Parker Dubois. I fancy Parker. He's not an underdog in this fight. Everyone makes out as though he's a massive underdog. I'm not saying Dubois can't beat him or isn't going to beat him, but I'm saying what I can see so many ways how so many assets that Parker has that can cause Dubois a lot of problems. And if Parker wins, I'm not going to...
He acknowledged the improvements Dubois has made in recent bouts, noting a newfound self-belief and a stronger mental game, he stated. Parker is no slouch whatsoever, especially with the run. He's on, especially with the confidence he's got, especially with the team behind him and Andy Lee, and like they are so switched on, they put together such great plans. So yeah, it's not the greatest,
I like Dubois, man. Dubois a beast. Honestly, I said that from when he fought against Hergovich. I said that, yo, who is this kid, man? I go, this kid's good. And I remember watching that live, and I like the way he fought and how he puts his punches together and how strong he is. And the way he took those fighters apart. Obviously, he's coming off a great win against Anthony Joshua. He's going to have more confidence. So, yeah, I think I got Dubois going in that fight winning.
Look, but I think there has been that change in Daniel that we've seen, though, despite this Wardley leaned toward Parker as the favorite for the fight. Citing the tactical approach, roach and preparation that the Kiwi fighter and his team would bring to the ring, Wardley expressed his desire to see Parker triumph and credited the fighter's experience and smart.
That's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight. Credit to Daniel. Daniel just fight. He just said, if you want to go now, we can go. That's it. That's what he said. If you want to go, we can go. Bring him on. Daniel is doing amazing at the minute, man. Tough fight. He's not having no easy fight. Tough fight.
In boxing style as the key elements that would give him the edge over DUIs. Wardley further said, the tactical plan I think him. Parker and Andy Lee will put together will be incredible, so if I'm edging it and you're forcing me for one, then I'd probably maybe a little bit of favoritism, but I'd edge it to Parker for me. I think I want to see him come through. I want to see him get the win.
I used to be known as one of the hardest men in British boxing. I pull out in the corner against Fraser Clark. I'm a quitter, I'm this and that. You go from one of the hardest men in British boxing to a quitter overnight. Well, I used to look at Dubois and go, he's got a bit of quitting in him. He's a bit chinny out, you know what I mean? Like, he's not anymore, is he? Like, he's walked through Hergovich, walked through Miller, walked through Josh.
Chris Algieri concedes Dubois' risky knockout skills, but he believes Parker's background and strategy will win out in the end. According to Algieri, the altercation will probably, with Parker setting the pace and frustrating, Dubois go the distance. He contends that Parker's ability to modify his strategy will be essential, especially for Algeria in the later rounds.
Really tough fight for Dubois. Not an easy route for anyone in the heavyweight division, this new version of Joseph Parker. The guy's got a very good chin. He's got a great gas tank, good motor. He knows how to fight punchers. He's coming off of two humongous punchers in Wilder and Zhang. Granted, Wilder didn't fight the fight, doesn't look to himself, but Zhang sure did. Zhang dropped him twice. Parker got up and outboxed him. He's a very, very capable guy in there, even a heavyweight. He's a big guy, too. People forget. Yes, he's a technician. Yes, he's kind of crafty and will outmaneuver you, but he's big enough, durable enough to deal with these super heavyweight guys and a big punch like Dubois. Very, very tough fight. Good matchup. We're seeing a guy who actually deserved the shot getting the shot.
If Dubois is unable to land his powerful punches early on. Parker's ring IQ will enable him to outperform the duo in a similar manner. Although Lovejoy acknowledges Dubois' striking strength and durability, he contends that the British boxer lacks the technical dexterity to contend with someone as good as Parker. Lovejoy feels Parker's superior boxing skills are the key to his success. He believes Parker will outbox Dubois by avoiding the major blows in the first few rounds and using his superior boxing skills to win the bout.
There is important things, and this is the most important things for me. Joshua coming back to the kingdom in 25, inshallah.
Inshallah. I can't wait to be back in the kingdom to see everyone in Saudi Arabia.
Not only he wants to change. No, he will come. Yeah.
However, Lovejoy believes that Parker's technical skill will be evident and guarantee him the victory. A more positive assessment of Dubois is provided by Simon Jordan. Jordan believes that Parker won't be able to handle Dubois' sheer strength in aggressive style, which will result in a stoppage. Triumph, as he recognizes Parker's recent triumphs, which include stunning triumphs over Kim Jong and Deontay Wilder.
Win against AJ and how good Daniel looked. Did that surprise you?
It did surprise me, and it surprised everyone else because everyone thought that AJ was going to win the fight. There were only a few that were bidding with Daniel. But the way that he finished the fight was a sensational knockout.
Jordan thinks that Dubois will eventually have the advantage due to his dominating physicality and knockout power. Jordan believes that Dubois is the obvious favorite in this clash, and that Parker's skill level will eventually be overpowered by his aggressive attitude. Given that both DUIs and Parker have demonstrated their strengths in recent fights, Nick Campbell views the match as a contest between two fighters in peak shape.
I think Joseph Parker has what it takes to beat Dubois. He's got the speed, footwork. Just as long as he doesn't, stay in there and get caught up in Dubois' fight, I think he's got what it takes to, get those titles.
He says the winner will be determined by who can carry out their strategy better, although Campbell acknowledges Parker's track record against elite opponents. Meanwhile, Peter Fury finds this matchup difficult to predict, admitting that the fight's unpredictable nature is what makes it so compelling. He believes both fighters bring something special to the table, and the excitement surrounding the fight is undeniable.
I got Parker. Daniel Dubois, he just can't really get right. He has no real skill. Pretty durable chin. Art is kind of questionable. But I don't think skill-wise he can mess with Parker. I think Parker would be too much for him. I think Parker would be too much for him early.
He also notes that Dubois' raw power could pose a significant threat. He believes the contrast between Parker's technical skill and Dubois' power will make for an exciting contest, with the winner being the one who can imprint their style on the other. Fury is certain that this bout will be exciting, action-packed, and live up to the anticipation.